Dumfries and Galloway Health and Social Care Partnership is working with 2 existing care-at-home providers to introduce wellbeing teams. Wellbeing teams are an innovative approach to delivering SDS Option 2. This work builds on a previous project with Helen Sanderson Associates, which set the foundations for delivering person-centred care within resource constraints and workforce challenges, and addresses the practical demands of supporting older people to remain living successfully at home in a rural area. Wellbeing teams can work equally well with people like Joan, whose funding comes from Option 2, or people like Norma, who's funding her own care. In Option 2, Joan will have been assessed with a social worker to identify her outcomes and the amount of funding available. The next thing that happens is that Claire, the Link Wellbeing worker, builds on this information and meets with Joan. Together, they learn about what matters to Joan, what her outcomes and priorities are. They explore ideas together and design the service together using something called the support sequence. This means thinking about whether we can support Joan around her self-care, whether assistive technology can help with the outcomes, thinking about friends, family, and introducing community circles, looking at what's available in the local community, and then thinking about what the wellbeing workers can do. Within the budget allocated, Joan is able to decide what support she wants, when she wants that support, and also to choose her own team too. This is then put in an agreement that is checked with the social worker to become part of Joan's care and support plan. Then Joan's service starts, and Claire, Joan's Link Wellbeing worker, is directly supporting Joan, and the team captures what they're learning together through learning logs and problem solve any issues that come up. At the 6-week review, Joan meets the Community Circle connector, Helen. Together they look at the actions that were decided at the initial meeting, the first conversation. They update what matters to Joan. They look at what's working and not working from her perspective and her family's perspective. They update her 1-page profile and review her week. At this stage, we ask an extra question. If I could, I would. What else would Joan like to do to have good days and a meaningful life? And although it might not be possible to fund that out of the existing budget, this is where community circles come in. A community circle brings together friends, family and neighbours with a volunteer community circle facilitator to move towards the life that Joan wants. So the wellbeing team continues to provide the support that Joan wants, and the community circle builds on that and is a way to coordinate informal community support. Every 6 months, there's a person-centred review, and of course the social worker will be involved in the annual review to review the care and support plan, the outcomes and the budget. The community circle and the wellbeing team come together for the 6-month review, of course with the person, and together they look at what's working and not working from different perspectives. Finally, the information from a person-centred review also contributes to working together for change. Working together for change is a way to co-produce how the team and the service develops in partnership with the older people who are using the service. SDS Option 2 is about enabling people to have more choice and control over the support without being required to arrange the support themselves. Wellbeing teams are specifically designed to make SDS Option 2 work for older people. They combine the ability to use resources flexibly, use coaching to develop a highly motivated care team with a range of skills and good practice in person-centred support planning. Wellbeing teams are a partnership with the charity Community Circles, which enables teams to work with individuals and their families to creatively use all the resources and opportunities available to them to deliver the best outcomes possible.